September 23rd, 2010. It's Thursday. It's time for my update. And I'm not going to do a Q&A this time, so it'll hopefully be a pretty short video. I'm doing great. I'm doing better than great, and I'm so excited. There's such an energy once I start doing the few baby steps, and I keep pushing for the baby steps. It always amazes me. It never fails to astound me at how quickly it begins to snowball to more and more success. So I've been getting my water, and I've been eating good calories, low calories, and I've been exercising 3 to 4 times a week. And it's like all of these things are now vibrating off of each other and bouncing around and amplifying my success because they're all affecting one another. And it's just amazing. I set a goal to exercise 3 times a month. And I remember a couple months ago I was like, I can't exercise, I don't want to go at all. And now I'm accidentally finding myself exercising more than I scheduled, which is kind of backwards to me. But it's funny, it just works out that way. When I get into it, I get more into it. So things are going right along smoothly for me, and I feel so wonderful. I wanted to say something, a very important point. I wanted to say something about the scale. I know that I always am railing against the super disappointment that we feel the minute the scale gives us negative feedback, because I think it's incredibly important to psychologically differentiate between what the scale is telling us and what it actually means about our weight loss, because we tend to see the scale goes up, we're doing something wrong. But that's not always the case, and we have to remember it's a flawed method of tracking our success. However, it is a great way to track your success, and I don't want any of you who like weighing and use the scale as a reference constantly to feel like you should stop or like I think down on you because you weigh all the time. That's not at all the case. I weigh once a month officially because I feel like that amount of time allows for at least a realistic look at whether I lost anything or not in a larger chunk of time. But I do weigh once a week. So I know I don't report it, but that's simply because it does go up and down, and I don't want to make a video every week explaining away why my weigh-in was the way it was. I did that for a year and a half. I'm over it. At this point, I just want it to be a general tracking device to show that I am, in fact, achieving my goals. But those of you who weigh every day because it inspires you, or because every time you step on it, if it's down, you feel really excited to keep going, and if it goes up, you feel really motivated to push it harder, that's great. If it works as a feedback and motivational tool for you, that's awesome. The only reason that I go on and on about a scale and how it's not important is because too many people make it the only thing that's important. And it's not. You have to be tracking your goals in many ways so that you can see whether you're actually working toward accomplishing what you want, or whether, you're just kind of spinning your wheels and nothing's happening. That's why you have to track in many ways. So anyway, I have been losing weight. Who knows what my weight will be at the end of the month, but I can see it on my body, and that is what is most exciting. The difference between 173 and 165 on my height, on my body, is enormous. And when I was losing weight, it wasn't. When I was losing weight, when I was at the low 170s, when I got into the mid 160s, I looked relatively the same because I was already on that path to fat loss, and my body was changing with the exercises I was doing. But now that I've gained the 13, 15 back, and I'm losing it again, it's amazing how much I didn't notice that weight really packed onto my body. I was looking in the mirror this morning, and I just was noticing my figure. I'm starting to be able to see the definition of my stomach muscles, my abs, more, and that has not been that way since last summer at least. I'm starting to see that my back is slimming back. I don't have round shoulders. If you do dressmaking, you know what I'm talking about. People either have flat shoulders, meaning that their arm kind of ends at the back of their back, and other people have round shoulders, meaning their shoulder blades stick out, and they'll never be able to have their arms flat against their back because their shoulder blades protrude. Anyway, my arms should be flush with my back, but there's arm fat and there's lots of back fat, and when this goes away, look, then it kind of becomes flush. Anyway, but last week, I feel like there was more fat on my back. My corsets, my body kind of fitting real snug bodice type tops are now fitting where I couldn't zip them before. It's just these little things, an inch here, a half an inch here. When the fat just sort of slowly disappears, it's almost imperceivable. But I look thinner and my clothes are fitting so much better. So I'm a ball of yay right now because I'm feeling like I'm really on track. I really don't want to deviate at all. I'm really committed to doing this again, and I feel like it's finally integrating into my present life because all the plans and everything else I ever did fit with my life when I was doing it. And one of the reasons that everything just completely fell apart is because my identity in many ways completely fell apart. I moved across the country and new places, new methods of work, new friends that I see on a daily basis. It was like everything I was doing to lose weight before didn't match my new life. Not a new life, but you know what I mean. It didn't match the new way that I was living and interacting with the world. And now I feel like I've found a way to make what I used to be doing work by changing it somewhat to now fit in perfect harmony with the life that I have with Corey and with my friends here in California and my lifestyle just here in California, what I do, where I go. And progress is amazing, and it's really, really fun to just feel it working out finally. So I'm really excited. We'll see what my weight is next week.